Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey, look, if you've seen any of my videos or however you got here, I appreciate that, but you know that I am passionate about helping people get to the next level of life, get to that higher life right there that you are after. And one of the things I do when I train all over the world, and I do a lot of personal, a lot of leadership development with people, entrepreneurs worldwide, and when I train, one of the very first things that I start with is this, that if you are not where you want to be in life, then you need to be open to the idea that the way you think might be wrong. It might be. Because if you're not open to that idea, then you're going to think that the way you think is right. Now, then that might be. It might be. But if you're not where you want to be in life, it's not going to get you where you want to go. Think about it this way. If you are trying to solve 12th grade problems with an 8th grade education, you're going to struggle. So if you want to create a $200,000 a year income, as an example, but you're making $40,000 a year and you're employing those principles and that thinking, you are never going to get to $200,000 a year. So we've got to think differently. This is exactly why I wrote this book right here, Network King, Biblical Principles on How and Why to Build Your Network. Robert Kiyosaki says it this way, that your net worth is tied to your net work. And in life, it's about building teams. It's about the network. Any business that operates, the goal of that business is to become famous. It's about more people knowing who you are. And many people who are probably coming by here, you're probably involved in some sort of team building activity of some sort, whether it's a company, whether it's a direct sales industry, or what have you. But at the end of the day, we build teams, we build networks. Jesus happened to be the best team builder ever. And so whether you're open to the idea of who Jesus is, that's a whole nother conversation. I'd love to have it with you, but it's a different conversation. Be open to the fact that 2,000 years ago, he started building a network that is still going on today. So understand that there are principles that Jesus employed that work. So what I've done in this book is taken those principles that you hear all the time, things like this. You've probably heard Zig Ziglar say something like, if you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get everything you want out of life. And that's true. I happen to believe that. But there is a biblical principle underneath that that causes that quote to be true. And you get over to Philippians 2, 3, and 4 that says, do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others more important than yourself. You're putting other people's needs ahead of yours. And candidly, if we're talking leadership, candidly, the greater leadership you have, the more people you lead, the more of your rights you give up, because you're putting other people's needs ahead of yours. So how do we go build big teams? This is the blueprint for that. This will give you what you need, a true foundation. In my opinion today, here we are in 2020, I believe there are a lot of people who are searching for truth, and people don't see truth. They don't see it in our politicians, they don't see it in business, they don't see it on Wall Street, they don't see it in the media, and people are searching for truth. And we know, you and I, us humans, we know when we're not hearing truth. You may not be able to identify it, but you know nonetheless. Somebody says something, and you know down in your knower, wherever your knower is, you know it's not true. The beautiful part of what Jesus did and said is it is true all the time, for all history. It transcends fads, it transcends social norms and what's politically correct. It transcends it all. It's just truth. So if we will take these principles, you can have greater success in your life, which is what I know you want. So I would love for you to pick this up and it's a short read. It's a very short read. There's a ton of content built into it. So take it slow when you do it. Really assess, am I doing these things? If you're wanting to cast vision, do you even know how to cast vision for the people you're talking to? You got to learn how to cast vision, because vision is caught, not taught. And if people are going to follow you, you have to be able to cast vision for them to buy into where you say you can get them. So these are things that I want to really help you understand about what success is. That's why I wrote the book. Hope you pick it up. I hope you get blessed by it in a big, big way. Thanks for checking it out.